Well, exciting news. AFC Wimbledon's under-18s are heading off to Spain to face one of the giant Spanish clubs this summer. To tell us more about it, we'll come to that, is Head of Football Mark Robinson. Mark, first of all, give us an update on how pre-season's been going.
Yeah, it's been going okay, Rob. We're sort of obviously into our third week now. Boys have been working hard and a few little niggles that lads have carried on from last year. But on the whole, it's gone well. We obviously had the sort of warm-up game against the supporters team, which is always great. And then literally all the boys played for Alan Reid against Cole Shorten the other night. So, which was, wasn't a pretty game to be honest, but we were really pleased how the boys stood up to them physically. At the end of the game, we had 5 or 6 16-year-olds there on the pitch as well. So physically they were excellent and they worked really hard. As I said, although it wasn't the prettiest game in the world, so that was a plus. So everything's going well.
Good. The season ahead, of course, there's been a lot of changes to the 18 squad this summer. What kind of culture are you trying to create and the challenges you face? Because I gather you've had them reading a book.
Yeah, I mean, it's not sort of it's ongoing really with the culture. We reflect on. Obviously, we're trying to build a culture where our players understand the club and what we're all about, and they're playing for a higher purpose than sort of fame or fortune, which tends to be the trend for young players. So we're trying to create something different, and we're just trying to step that up a notch, really, Rob. So the boys all reading a book in the off-season, which is a book about leadership and creating positive environments, and how if you're a winner, how you go about that, and no egos, and it's all based around that really. So when they arrived first day, they were giving me quotes, and we had a meeting about that and how we're going to sort of make that relevant to what we do. So we talked about what a Wimbledon player will look like, being a Don, and the traits of a Wimbledon player and what the fans expect. And then we got a bit of a hook line, which is winners do more. So it's not about just winning football matches. It's about winners do more in life in general. So even in the jobs that the boys have to do, the lads that are working the hardest, showing the best enthusiasm and the best role models, they get to do the jobs. So rather than jobs being looked at as a chore, the lads that are standing out in that way, they get put in front of the first team. So they come in on a Monday morning, introduce themselves to Coxie as the team leader. So what we're saying is, those lads will get a chance to make good impressions on first team staff, and that's the same with the jobs on a match day at first team home games. The lads that will be in around the first team dressing room will be the lads that are showing the most maturity, the best work ethic, etc. So yeah, we're just trying to turn it on its head. It's the same in training as well. So it tends to be a bit of a thing with football that the team that wins goes inside, the team that loses might do a run, and we're saying, well, why would you run, lads, unless it's for development reasons? So it's the opposite now. The winning team will stay and do extra if it's warranted, because if you're running them, it should be for a purpose. And the lads that have lost will sit and watch on, and already that's worked, because we've got the boys who've maybe lost at the end who are refusing to sit and watch, and they want to run as well because it's part of their development and they need to do it. So we're just trying to turn everything on its head and sort of make players understand what it is to be a Wimbledon player, understand the culture, and that they're doing it for a higher purpose, as we said, rather than just financial gain. So that's where we're going, and it's hard, I can't lie. It's a slow process because especially young players now, they want everything quickly, and we kind of give them the example of being at the bottom of a very tall pyramid with lots of steps. That first step is potential, which they've all got a bit of potential, and then there's another 30 steps which include various things of work ethic, humble, all those things. And most young players, they want to get to the top without completing those 30 steps, and those 30 steps, it's not doing it for a week or 2 weeks, it's continuously doing it day after day, week after week while they're here, and then they might have half a chance of getting where they need to be.
Very interesting. Well, we've teased the viewers enough already. We showed at the start of this interview the fact that AFC Wimbledon are going to be off to Spain to face one of the big Spanish clubs. How has the AFC Wimbledon Academy earned this opportunity, Mark?
Yeah, well, the Football League, every year, it's called Erasmus, so it's an educational tour as well as football. So they award 4 clubs, basically, they take them on tour fully paid. They send 2 to Holland and 2 to Spain, but you have to send in an application of basically why you think you should go, so what you do as an academy, what you're going to add to the tour, so as well as what you're going to get out of it, what can you give to the tour. So Yeah, so we filled in an application. So myself and Jeremy and Michael and the other team, we went to town a little bit on it, and we're pleased to say, yeah, we got awarded a tour. So we're going to Madrid for 12 days, which is we go next Sunday. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. So we're really excited. So you know, it's going to take us through into the season.
So you've got a couple of games coming up just before that, but then you head off to Spain. So give us a kind of an idea of the itinerary you've got coming up now.
So leading up, so we've got Birmingham on Saturday away. So I'll play more of the second year lads in that game. The first years will play as well, but they're probably the second years will probably get sort of 60, 70 minutes in that game, which will be a great fixture for us. They're an excellent academy. Then on Monday we've got Woking under 18s, and probably that'll be mainly the first year boys, the younger boys, and I'll have to probably play some under 16s in there as well, maybe a couple of under 15s. So that's it really. That's the build up towards Spain. Then we'll have a couple of days training Thursday and Friday, and then we get out there and we've got a fantastic programme lined up. The boys get double sessions. So in the morning when they're out in Spain, they get coached by either our host club, which is Atletico, who are a Spanish League Two club, sort of equivalent to Championship. So they either get coached by one of their coaches in the morning or an actual Spanish FA coach, and I've been able to send them topics that I'd like them to coach. And then in the evening, James and myself get to do a session with the boys as well. So that happens right throughout the whole tour. They get 2 sessions, one from Spanish coaches and one from James himself. So it'd be great for us to watch those guys coach, and fingers crossed they see something when we coach as well. And then while we're out there, we actually play Alcorcon, who are our host club. We got Leganés, who are obviously a La Liga top tier club, and then we get Atletico Madrid, which is absolutely fantastic. So the boys are excited. We knew it was either going to be Real Madrid or Atletico Madrid, and it's turned out Atletico Madrid, which I'm quite pleased with, to be honest, because there's a few little similarities there between sort of their academy and our academy, and I know that their academy is really strong as well. So because they have to bring through a lot of their own lads. So yeah, really good. It's something that we would never be able to do because it's obviously been fully paid for by the Football League. So it's great news.
It's a tremendous situation to be awarded, but of course as well, I mean, in terms of a learning structure out there and bonding them together, it's going to be really good. The facilities are great as well, yeah?
Yeah, we're staying at their equivalent at St George's Park. It's probably not quite as plush, but it's very authentic, very Spanish, which is fantastic. And yeah, we've got to make sure that the boys, you know, we get that bonding and they don't think they're going on holiday, but that certainly won't be the case, and they know that. Although it'd be good for them to have some bonding time as well. So there's a couple of, we're going to visit the Bernabeu, so that'd be great. And then we got one day where they're actually going to a water park together, so that'd be fantastic. We'll have a good time there. And there's various other things going on, like language classes. And you know, we've just been talking to the boys about having an open mind and just enjoying stuff like that. And again, doing stuff that's a little bit out of their comfort zone, and making them realise that they see massive rewards for it.